Hello and welcome to Tracy Mommy Reads. I am back again with another book review. Okay, today I'm going to be reviewing another book that is in the romance genre. I was just gushing uncontrollably last week about Tia Williams's book. This week I'm talking about Jasmine Guillory's Drunk on Love. Jasmine Guillory's Drunk on Love. And I tried my best to get this sticker off. Why do bookstores do that? Like, they all need to be using the same stickers so the stickers come off the books, especially when you have a pretty decent cover. Like, nobody wants that big 50% off sticker on there, Barnes & Noble. But anyway, every time I see this title, I start thinking Drunk in Love, Beyonce's song. But this one is Drunk on Love by Jasmine Guillory. Okay, let's get started here. So the premise of the book, like I said, it's in the romance genre. And there is a woman by the name of Margot who co-owns a winery in Napa with her brother. She has come back to help him take the winery to the next level after their uncle passed and, left the winery to them. Her brother's worked there forever, but he's really on the production side, right? The wine production side. So anyway, she's kind of workaholic. One night after work, she goes to this bar and she meets this guy named Luke. Okay, well, fast forward when she was at work earlier that day, because she had been out of town. When she came back to the winery, her brother told her he had hired this guy. And that's all he said, because they kind of have like a little tense relationship. He never said who it was, the name or anything. He just said the guy was going to be helping in the tasting room. So now we're at the bar. So she meets this guy named Luke. So, as we know from the blurb, Luke is the new employee, unbeknownst to Margot. Okay. So her friend who, owns the restaurant, the bar where she's at, is like, hey, you should flirt with this guy. It's been a long time, maybe have a little one night stand, and relieve some stress. So initially Margot's like, nah, I'm not feeling it. I don't want to do it. But then she gets to talking to Luke and then she, kind of looks him over. He's maybe about 5 years younger than her. So she's a little bit apprehensive, but at the same time, she's a confident older woman. And because I think he's like 29 or something and, she's 35, something like that. So anyway, they do get to talking and laughing, and they don't talk about work. It's one of the things, I think he asked what she did and she was like, I don't want to talk about work. So that was the one topic that was off limits, right? So they're talking, having a good time. They leave. He kisses her outside of the bar. Next thing you know, we're back at Luke's place, little rumble tumble in the sheets. And, they were both very mature about it. You could tell he was more like a little puppy thinking, okay, should I give her my phone number and all that? But I think she was more like, yeah, that was just what I needed to get out my system. I'm good. I'm going to go home now. So anyway, they go their separate ways. She goes to work and of course, within the hour, new employee shows up and it's Luke. So they are both shocked, because, most people, when that trope happens, the whole I had one night stand and it turns out to be my boss thing. That's a trope in a lot of romance books. And to me, that trope is, that's not one of my favorite tropes. Let's just put it like that. Because I feel like, let's say with an enemies to lover, there's just so much to work with there, because you have these two people who are denying that they even like each other, let alone are attracted to each other. When you have a situation where it's already been confirmed, early on in the book, it's already been confirmed that they are attracted to each other. They like each other. They've talked, they know a little bit about each other. The makings are already there. It's just now this halt, which is very artificial, because I already know that they're going to be attracted to each other and eventually get back together. It's just such a formula with these books. Is the only thing that makes it hard for me to really get into them, which ends up making the whole thing anticlimactic, right? I mean, Luke ended up leaving the winery because of something, to do with his mother. Because while he was there, even though she was extremely attracted to him, Margot was just like, no, I'm a professional woman. I'm a business owner. I don't sleep with my employees. This ain't never happening again. But as soon as like he left, that embargo was lifted and they got together. And, in most cases, with most situations, I'm sure like in real life as well, when you kind of put the horse before the cart, so to speak, they already slept together and knew very surface level things about each other. There was a lot of stuff that they didn't know. And in a lot of romance books, you always got to have that misunderstanding, the thing that drives a wedge between the two people until they realize how they really feel. It just follows such a formula. I feel like this book, the thing that I liked most about it, to be honest, was the bits and pieces that she interspersed about the wine business. I don't know if she knows someone that owns a winery or if it was just all research or just all made up, but I found that more interesting than I did the two of them as a couple. Like I didn't care about them as a couple. Like if they broke up or that would have just been it, it was just like, oh, okay, she'll find somebody. Oh, he's too young anyway. He'll find somebody like I wasn't like really rooting for them that hard. As far as happily ever afters go, they got that. And there's always got to be that sassy friend who's like an interloper on the outside the relationship that, has her girl's back. But he also had a best friend that kind of slapped him around and was like, but it was a woman, like, you need to get your stuff together. So that was a different take. Although with him and his best friend, there was something pretty common, common misunderstanding that happens, in books like these. I enjoyed it, but, the already knowing they were going to be together, and they did have things that they had to overcome, obstacles and misunderstandings. Like I said, I was not that into them as a couple. I didn't really buy their chemistry that much. I bought them being friends more than I bought them being anything else. Had they stayed friends, I would have been fine with that. Or if maybe they had been friends for the majority of the book, and maybe it turned to a friends and lovers, would have been a better ending for me personally. And speaking of which, I was so mad with the epilogue. It was like 4 months later, and maybe I missed it. If you read Drunk on Love, did he ever say where he was taking her? Like, he said that he was taking her on a surprise trip. Where were they? Where'd they end up going? I don't think, did she say where they were? Where were they going? Did she mention somewhere earlier in the book? I was so lost with that epilogue. I was so lost. But if you're like looking for a happily ever after in a book that's not filled with a bunch of really deep triggering issues, then this is your book. This is your book. There's some little contrite misunderstandings that the characters kind of move past pretty quickly. But other than that, nothing that keeps them apart for too long, right? So Drunk on Love by Jasmine Guillory. If you have read Jasmine Guillory's Drunk on Love, like I said, number one, let me know about that epilogue. Where the hell were they going? Because I don't remember reading that. Or just tell me your thoughts on it. Did I miss something, or what do you think the overarching premise or point of the book was? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like this video, and if you have not subscribed, go ahead and take the opportunity to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much to everyone who has already subscribed, and make sure that you share this video with someone who you think may enjoy my content. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next week. Bye.